So I want to talk about how a small SaaS startup grew revenue by 78% in the 90 days without spending a dime more on ads. So good morning guys. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing. And today I want to share a case study which is extremely simple and something very damn powerful. Like you don't need more leads. What you need is more clarity towards what you want. And it's the story of a small B2B SaaS startup, and let's call them Clouders. And let's give a few introduction about what they were. So before that, I want to give an introduction about what this channel is mostly about. So what we are mostly about is a really blank screen where there will be no fancy music or nothing fancy visuals to make you understand. And this video is just plain old school teaching lessons where you are there's zero dopamine, and if you want to learn and just learn and you want to improve your focus, you need to be listening on to this thing, this channel. And this is where we are talking about. So let's get started about how a small SaaS startup grew revenue from 78% in just 90 days without even spending a dime more on ads. And let's call them Cloud Desk. And they were struggling just for sales rep and no marketing team, and a monthly recurring revenue stuck at $18,000. And that's the revenue, and investors were breathing down their necks for growth. But instead of throwing more money at ads or buying more leads, Clouddesk took a different path and different strategy, and they doubled down on a precision over volume, building a lean and deadly effective three-step sales funnel. The result is 78% jump in revenue in 90 days with zero extra ad spend, and they did it by getting sharper and not louder. Step one: a lead magnet that hit like a hammer. First step was irresistible lead magnet. Clouddesk created a one-page PDF and not a product brochure, but a bland expose of painful problem. The title was Five Automation Mistakes Costing You $10K per month. And this wasn't a sales pitch at all. It exposed a costly pain in many of their ideal customers never realized they had. By hitting a no, the content immediately grabbed attention. Crucially, Clouddesk only offered this PDF to prospects who fit their exact ideal customer profile. Operational leaders at SaaS startups using Stripe and Zapier. In other words, they targeted only the best fit audience, not anyone with a pulse. This ensured that leads coming in were genuinely interested and qualified. And it worked like a gangbusters. And within 3 weeks of launching this lead magnet, the Clouddesk generated around 1,200 high quality leads without increasing their ad spend at all. They simply converted existing traffic and contacts far more effective by offering precisely what those prospects care about. Like for context, I'll be explaining like creative campaigns can indeed yield such results. One product launch campaign captured like 1,200 leads in just a few days by offering targeted value. What's more, those leads were high quality. A B2B marketing firm famously reported that lead magnets saved their business with 80% of their customers coming from email lists built via gated content, and Clouddesk experiences similar dynamic actually, but filled with people eager to solve their problem. Cloudless software addresses the key lessons in step one, offers specific value to a specific audience. A great lead magnet is helpful and ICP targeted. It addresses a real pain for your ideal customers, priming them to see the value in your solution. Clouddesk one page it didn't sell their product, it made process prospect viscerally realize the cost of not having it. And step two, demo calls as a sales performance. The next step was turning those leads into opportunities to demo calls, but not the usual boring product demos. Clouddesk treated demos like a performance, following a scripted yet a persuasive structure designed to build desire. Every call was broken into three acts, with the sales rep as a performer rapper. First, they opened by engaging prospects about their pains. For example, thanks for downloading our guide. What is the biggest bottleneck in your ops today? The question built rapport and got the prospect to vocalize their pain point, selling the stage for Clouddesk to solve it. Story next, the rep would say next Let me show you how a company just like yours automated the bottleneck in just 30 days. They told a relatable success story, essentially a mini case study during the demo. By hearing the story of a similar client's transformation, the prospect could envision themselves in that success clause, and finally the rep erased into the clause. Wouldn't make it sense to do this together? Now, while the offers opened, the assembly clause invited the prospect to seize the moment. It was paired with a time-sensitive incentive. More on that soon. Throughout the call, every common objective had a prepared counter. When a prospect hesitated about budget, the rep would agree and say, I understand if the ROI isn't proven, I'd hesitate to. Then they reinforce how quickly the software pay for itself, emphasizing value over cost. If the prospect said, we need more time, the rep responded, fair enough. How about I pencil in a check-in next week so you're not left chasing us later? In sales, objections around budget, timing, or need are incredibly common. Cloudust team had rebuttals ready for all of these, turning objections into opportunities to restate value. After all, most sales objections fall into four buckets: budget authority, need time, and timing, and non as bad. Budget, authority, need, timing, known as band. Handling them confidently is a key to sales success. The impact of this scripted, story driven demo approach was dramatic. Cloudless demo to close rate jumped from measly 14% to an impressive 34%. In other words, they more than double the percentage of demos that ended up paying customers. This isn't unheard of. Focusing on the right messaging and the pitch can boost close rates substantially. So step three, the follow-ups that close deals, and this is where the real important part comes. Here's where the real magic happens: the follow-ups. After an engaging demo, many prospects were interested but still on the fence, which is totally normal in the area of sales. Which is studies show that most deals aren't won on the first call. In fact, sending a second or third follow-up mail can increase reply rates by about 40%. Clouddesk understood this and engineered a follow-up sequence that was impossible to ignore, turning indecisions to action. Within minutes after each demo, prospect received a triple touch follow-up that combined urgency and personalization. A 72-hour limited time offer. Clouddesk gave a special incentive, example a discounted rate or a bonus onboarding help, that was valid only for 3 days. A follow-up email explicitly said our offer expires in 72 hours. This deadline wasn't just a gimmick; it created legitimate urgency. Psychology backs this up. Urgency taps into the fear of missing out, and we can call it FOMO in the MBA terms. One of the most powerful aspects of human psychology, driving people to act immediately, and this by giving prospect a short window to decide. Cloud does push them off the fence. So next one is the personalized Loom video recap, or along with the offer, the reps send a short personalized video recapping the prospect's key pain and how Clouddesk can solve it. In just 2-3 minutes, the video, the rep would agree the prospects by name, briefly summarizing the demo highlights and reiterate the offer. And the countdown timer embedded in the to really drive the home per urgency. The follow-up email included live countdown timer ticking down the hours and minutes until the 72 offer expired. And so like the key takeaways that I want to take from this is that cloud the story holds several powerful lessons for anyone looking to boost sales without bigger budget. The clarity beats chaos, and not just don't just pour more leads into a leaky funnel. Fix the funnel first. And the cloud does didn't scale up advertising; they scaled up precision. But by clarifying who they target and the pain they solve, they attract better leads and convert more of the. In fact, when one SaaS company sharpened its messaging to filter out the wrong audience, wrong fit leads, and your words up web, and in sales and marketing, copywriting and scripting are not fluff, they are your ammunition. Cloud does case shows that everything from a PDF title to the story told on a demo to the praising of a follow-up email can strongly influence a prospect's decision, and that should be taken with the utmost importance. And every step must move with the sale forward. With the first stage, lead magnet, to the final follow-up, no step was wasted in this funnel. Each element had a purpose. The lead magnet qualified the right buyer, and the demo script built desire, and the follow-up catalyzed action. This kind of seamless progression is vital, and research shows that 79% of marketing leads never convert to sales, often due to lack of proper nurturing. Don't let your heart one little die in the wings. Design your funnel so that each stage nurtures and advances the lead's journey towards becoming a customer. No fluff and no unnecessary friction. This is straight up closing in. And final note in closing, remember cloud dusk example. The next time you feel the urge to spend more on the ads, hire a bigger team or throw money at the problem. Stop, instead ask yourself, where am I leaking percent? There is likely a stage in your process that could convert much better. Some tweaks in targeting, messaging, or follow up, fix that up.